Can I just finally ask you about this story that we've seen come out of Tasmania today? The Catholic Church has essentially been drawn into this national test case for freedom of religion. Tasmania's Anti-Discrimination Commission have found that they have a case to answer over humiliating gay and lesbian couples in that state for distributing this booklet. What's your reaction to that?
I just think this is preposterous. I mean, the fact that you would have, and I'm not a Catholic, so let me declare that up front, but the fact that you would have the Catholic Church, a faith-based organisation, potentially subject to discrimination, I just find a complete anathema. I mean, this just underscores how crucial it is that we put in place some legislative protection for faith-based organisations. It absolutely should not be an offence for a church to be able to put forward their point of view. And the suggestion, frankly, from a Greens MP or a wannabe Greens MP that they were intimidated or, in some way
The booklet was provocative. Don't mess with marriage was the title of
I mean, it's ridiculous. This is an issue of faith for people of the Catholic Church, and not just the Catholic Church, for many churches. And so for there to be an action, and what's more, a successful action, this just reinforces to me that this is the start of an extreme agenda. We need to make sure that we move in a very concerted way to carve out an exemption for faith-based organisations who should not have this hanging over their head, that because they espouse something that they believe in, that in some way means that they're going to be subject to prosecution.
But doesn't this also show that going down the path of a plebiscite really will have this acrimonious debate on both sides, which can be really offensive to, the people that are really passionate about this argument on one side or the other. So doesn't that just reinforce this idea that this is a situation that should be resolved by Parliament and elected officials? Why not?
The best thing is for it to be decided by Australians. I mean, ultimately Australians...
Well, how do you rein in what could be this really acrimonious, nasty debate?
We live in a democracy. People should just get used to the idea that people have different points of view.
You now have two leaders of major parties that believe in same-sex marriage.
Yeah, but this is my point. This is actually a separate issue to same-sex marriage, whether you support same-sex marriage or not. This is about whether or not a faith-based institution like the Catholic Church has the right to distribute information that says we don't support gay marriage and this is the reason why. That's what I personally take great objection to, the fact that someone is now trying to sue them for putting forward their point of view. I mean, I'm sorry, but that is absolutely taking it too far. There must be an exemption for these faith-based institutions, especially when there's no intent, i.e. they haven't intended to cause offence, and the suggestion that they should then be subject to a lawsuit because of it is ridiculous. I don't think any average Australian would accept it, and I think there needs to be protection for them.
Minister, thanks for your time.
Thank you.